A clown has been killed. There is a dead clown somewhere. Oh no! My God. A clown. Of all the people to get murdered. A clown! Can't believe it. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the Video Game Valley. It's a beautiful day today. A perfect 72 degrees out. We're playing. I've changed the title. So I found the English translation of the title. Inspector Minton's investigation file. The clown murder case. Bump bump honk. Bump bump honk. It's on the Sega Saturn. Hello, welcome to the Video Game Valley. Beautiful day. Perfect 72 degrees out. Inspector Minton's investigation file. Clown murder case, that's what we're doing today. I was working on my cartoon and I ran over time and I didn't have a ton of time to prepare for this stream, so if I seem a little caught off guard, because I looked at the time and I was like, Eureka! And then I said, why did I say Eureka? And then I thought to myself and I was like, what other exclamation should I have used? And then I said, my goodness, look at the time. Anyway, yeah, this is a game about a clown who gets killed. I really like the key art. I like the clown portrait there. Just a contemplative clown. Presumably the one who got murdered. Very sad business. Clown murder. How y'all doing today? Hope you're doing okay. I got a green tea with me. So I'm doing alright. Green tea with jasmine. We played this game a while ago, but it was before I had the ability to translate through my app. You see, the translation app through my phone, it doesn't work if you point it at a CRT. It just doesn't work right. But since the early years of this stream, I've changed my setup just a little bit. I now have a mirror. A mirror video where I have the CRT and also an LCD displaying the same image. And I can point my phone at the LCD just fine. Hibernated all day. Not too bad. Gonna fix myself a brandy and Coke. Just soak all this episode in. Enjoy your brandy and also your Coke. Your Coke. Doing slightly above average. Hey. Small victories. Buying yet more books. In spite of the many I've still got to read. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way. Took my dog to the vet. Said he's doing well and gave us more dog drugs. You need dog drugs for your dog. Now loading. Poor clown. River Hill Soft presents Soft Office Thinking Rabbit. Oh. What is that scoundrel doing? I bet that's the clown murderer. I don't think I've known any clowns who got murdered. Thankfully. You know, knock on wood. None of my clown apprentices. That's right, I'm a clown master. None of my clown apprentices or clown friends or clown acquaintances will get murdered. I like this little tour we're getting. It's like this is a little tourism video for the town in which clowns get killed. Beautiful. I love this generation of CG. There's an honesty to it. He's in heaven now. Well, here we are. Inspector Minton's investigation file. The clown murder case. I didn't push the start button fast enough. I feel like clowns are more likely to be the murderer than the murdered. This feels like anti-clown bigotry. Clearly that can't be the case. Clowns just want to clown around, but some people, they just hate clowning. Alright, we're right in the game. Alright. We're right in the game in the world of clowns. Look at that pixelated ground texture. You know what's interesting? So there was a lot of low-res textures used in CG at this time, but you would sometimes see this like in movies too, where CG would be used. One interesting example is the feature film Aladdin, which uses a handful of CG elements, and occasionally the camera gets a little too close to them, and you see these pixels. You see these sorts of pixels. Let me see if I could actually pull up an example in one moment. Boo doo boo 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 boo. Just see big fat pixels. I'm gonna show you. You're gonna lose your mind. You won't be able to contemplate what you're seeing. The part in the feature film Aladdin, where Aladdin has been tossed into a cave of wonders. He's been tossed into the ding dang cave of wonders. And he's trying to escape. Alright. I got it. Let me see if I can... sorry, this is taking a while. Let me see if I can... you're coming up on this CG wall here. And, oh no, I didn't pause at the exact right moment. Dang it. Ugh, 1 second. 1 second. I gotta get it. You're gonna go buck wild for this. Let me tell you, it's gonna be worth all of this. Excited. I'm glad you're excited to see some pixels. Alright, I've almost got it. So a shot from Aladdin. As you can see, if you zoom in, the texture is very clearly low res. You can see all the pixels. It's because this is a Gone. This is a Gone that the camera moved a little bit too close to, and the texture. See, especially noticeable, like over here and down there. It just went a little bit too close to the polygon. Cinema Sins ding sound. Cinema Sins ding sound. This is a sin. Creators of this movie are not going to see the light of heaven. Anyway, I don't think that was worth all the time it took to show that. I'm walking around a little CG town.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
Oh. Well, I can't translate that, but that's okay. I assume it means we can't go that way. Sorry, you can't go that way. I know you really want to, but I'm terribly sorry, you just can't. Hey! Alright, we got some options here. Use, show, let's talk. Explain the incident. Okay, we've explained the incident. I guess we don't want to explain it again. Ask about the area.
フルーツ屋だ。中年の女性がいる。
Stay to the shop.
季節の果物が並べられている。季節柄オレンジなどの柑橘類が食べ頃のようだ。
I think these are just observations I'm making to myself.
フルーツ屋の女主人だ。
I really thought I would be able to translate this game, but I had forgotten that apparently all the dialogue is spoken and not written. Here's a knife. Have you seen this?
使われたナイフだ。普通のものよりも少し
Wait, I have the knife? Oh, I guess I'm Inspector
派手な
Minton.
装飾が施されている。
I'm Inspector Minton, and I'm investigating the murder, so it makes sense I would have the murder weapon. Alright, let's listen. What did you notice?
あなた、何がしたいの？
Nothing. Alright. Hey, have you seen this knife?
あなた、何がしたいの？
Imagine she's saying something like, I know nothing about that. Have you seen my
お役に
documents?
立てればいいんですけど。
They're very impressive. Use the knife.
ここでの使い道はないようだ。
We should not stab this woman. Alright. I thought we should stab someone. But let's find a better candidate for stabbing. Find a better person with whom we should stab. Hey, look at this guy. Hey, I'm just a silver fox doing some sweeping outside of my shop. How can I help you?
ここは日曜大工の店だ。目の前に男がいる。白髪の男だ。彼がこの店の主人のようだ。
This man is very handsome. He has a very kissable looking face. I noticed these things as an investigator.
いぶかしそうにこちらを見た。男はいぶかしそうにこちらを見た。
Wish I could snap my fingers. Can you not snap? One of the things that blew my mind was when I realized that the snap sound doesn't come from the two fingers being like frictioned together. It comes from one of you push your two fingers together and you slide one until it flies out and slams into your palm. So the actual snap sound comes from your palm as your finger hits your palm with great force. Do you understand what I'm saying? So here's this is wrong. My snapping is the new clapping. I don't want to read this article. I just open this image and there we go. This is wrong. This is not where the snap sound comes from. What happens is you're sliding these two fingers together and creating this sort of it's like a rubber band kind of effect. And then when this finger slides off, it slams into your palm, like from here to here. And the snapping sound is actually coming from the high speed impact of your finger against your palm. It's not coming from here. This illustration is misleading. I feel like this knowledge has made me snap better. Yeah, you too could snap better with this knowledge. Dang. There's another cinema sin. That artist has turned away from God. Have you seen this knife?
男はいぶかしそうにこちらを見た。男は
I know you've seen
いぶ
this
かしそう
knife.
にこちらを見た。
Don't try to deny it. You're the killer.
ここでの使い道は
I can see it in your beautiful face. Whatever. There are multiple components in the sound. Striking the pines, only one of them. Yeah, but that's the important snap sound. I'll I'll show you. Here's me snapping. Now I'm gonna take a microfiber cloth. And I'm gonna put it on my palm, where the finger's hitting. See? Completely changes the sound. I don't think there's anyone here. It's a little spooky. Does this game have an options menu? It didn't even have options at the original menu. Like at the starting menu. Let's see. System. Save load. No. No, this guy again. I can clap with one hand. Do you know that? That's what it sounds like. My fingers are so long that if I flail my my arm about, my fingers just slap against my my arm. And it makes that sound. This is something I haven't really shown off since I was like in middle school or something, but I was very proud of it in middle school.
Try
just striking your palm with a finger. The finger sliding down the thumb, it doesn't sound like a snap. Well, I mean, it is... You can't just strike your palm. It does have to have that, like... quick snap. It's not just hitting. But yeah, there is, like, the slide into the snap. That's part of the sound, but... I just don't think you can hit that part of your hand with enough speed without the rubber band effect, without tension. A ring and pinky make a resonance chamber that make the snap snappier and louder. Yeah, the resonance chamber is also an important part of this. I wonder if any cows ever got murdered here. Hey, look at this guy. Look.
ダートショップの前にひげを蓄えた老人がいる。
It's an old man with an old hat.
ダート専門の店だ。ショーウィンドウには
I do love
い
these
ろいろな
drawings. They're
ダート
very
用
good.
品が並べられている。今日は店が休みのようだ。残念ながら中に入って見ることはできない。
He's describing the shop's interior. This guy sells a bunch of games like darts and Digimon.
白ひげを蓄えた老人だ。この老人がダートショップの店主のようだ。
Palm is too soft. My fingers aren't long enough. Never been able to snap. That sucks. I thought it was a fisherman. I mean, he might be a fisherman. I don't know. My translation app doesn't work on the audio, so anything I say that's not on-screen text, I'm making up. This guy does seem to have a shop, and it does seem to have games in it from the window, but have you seen this knife, sir?
凶器に使われたナイフだ。普通のものよりも少し大きく、柄の部分には派手な装飾が施されている。舞台用だろう。
I think I'm just looking at the knife again. I don't even think I'm asking this guy.
わしに何か用か。
It sounded like it was saying something about minding my own business, but
わしに何か用か。
maybe.
金はやる。だから命だけは助けてく
Get
れ。
that away. Knives are bad luck. A bo 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 bo. Just doing some ordering.
年配の女性がこちらを見ている。
I think she looks like a clown murderer. If I had to guess whether she could murder a clown, I would say yeah, probably.
上品な感じのする。
Is she the
年配の
murderer?
女性
I don't know. But she could be.
その表情にはどこか陰りがあるように見える。
She's on my suspect
鼻に
list.
水を与えている。凶器に
Let me see if I can talk to her.
あら、そんなことがありましたの？
I've just been here not murdering clowns in my garden all day.
私に何をお聞きになりたいのかしら。
Never even heard of clowns.
これで人が物騒な世の中ですこと。
Hmm.
あなた警察の方でしたの。孫の将来の夢が警察になることらしいですの。今から楽しみだわ。
And if I was gonna kill a clown, I would poison the clown and bury the clown in my garden. I wouldn't stab a clown. What do you, who do you think I am? Do you have like an internal sense of like how you would commit a murderer. Are you like, oh yeah, I would definitely be a poisoner? Or are you like, I've always thought I'd favor a garrote. Yeah, that kind of idea. Oh, look at this guy.
家の前に老人がいる。
Elaborate use of drones and heavy objects. Yeah, I'd be worried about the drones getting traced.
パイプを美味しそうにふかしている。かぶっている帽子がとてもおしゃれだ。
Yeah, you go to the airport, steal some baggage. Get a drone to carry the suitcase. Drop it from a great height on someone's head. It must have fallen out of the airplane. That must have fallen out of the airplane. It killed the person.
パイプを美味しそうにふかしている。かぶっている帽子がとてもおしゃれだ。
I imagine my choice of method would change from person to person. See, I would want to definitely not get caught. I think that would be the worst part, getting caught. So I would rather not have that happen. So I would try to create some sort of elaborate situation where it just seemed like some sort of terrible accident. Like a suitcase falling from an airplane. I think the worst part is the part where someone gets killed. Well, not for me if I'm killing them. Like, if we get to the point where I'm murdering someone, then, you know, obviously, like that's an outcome I'm looking forward to, you know. Use the knife. I should not stab this man in the street in cold blood. It would be funny if you did the suitcase thing over and over again. See, that's where you run into trouble. I don't know if anyone is familiar with the a guy who allegedly killed his wife on a staircase in their home. There's a Netflix documentary called The Staircase about it. The guy calls up 911 and he's like, "My God, my wife, she must have fallen down the stairs or something. She's dead." And the police show up and his wife is extremely messed up looking. It's just like there's just blood everywhere. It's like she fell down the stairs and exploded. What? And he was like, some thief must have broken into the house and killed her. It definitely wasn't me, though. Definitely wasn't me. The documentary takes the perspective that he's innocent. The documentary really seems to think that he's innocent, although later on it turns out, and this is not in the documentary, But it does turn out that one of the creators of the documentary was dating this guy, started dating this guy. Was in a romantic relationship with this guy while making this documentary or whatever. So, but anyway, so this guy, his wife was murdered or accidentally fell down the stairs and exploded. I've heard. I listened to a podcast from some like forensic evidence people, and they were like, "Oh no, she was definitely killed by this guy." The evidence is pretty clear. The case against him wasn't very good, though. And the reason why, and I don't mean that there wasn't, like, good evidence. It's just, like, the motivation that they decided to go with was this man killed his wife because... Was this not the bisexual? Oh, no, that's where I'm leading to. The case that they did, the prosecution put against this guy was, this guy killed his wife because he was a bisexual. You know, bisexuals. His wife found out, and so he killed her because he was a bisexual and he didn't want anyone to know. And like, that was definitely not the motivation, but that's the case that they did against this guy. And I think that the physical evidence and stuff was pretty strong. Even stronger when, as like the case is going on and the defense attorney suddenly gets a call like mid-case where it's like, hey, we found out that this guy years ago was had this sister-in-law. I forget what his relationship with this woman was, or ex or something, where he was the last person to see her alive before she was murdered on a staircase. before she died, before she was pushed down a staircase, dying violently. And he was like, oh, I forgot all about that. I didn't even think about that. Sorry, I didn't bring it up because I just didn't even think about it. And like her death greatly benefited him or something. I don't remember the details, but they didn't have any evidence to prosecute him at the time. This is why I bring up this specific thing, because of the comment about just doing the suitcase from the sky murder over and over again. It's like, yeah, a lot of murderers do a kill in the same way, because, you know, if you do it once and you get away with it, it's like, well, let's try that again. Anyway, I think this guy, my personal opinion is that the guy was definitely guilty. But yeah, the prosecution was just like, this guy was a bisexual and that made him murder.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
Do boo 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 boo. Question if you're up for it. Alright, well, you can always ask a question. If I'm not up for it, then, you know, I just won't answer it. Very good at not answering questions. Which is a good skill to have if the police are investigating a suspicious suitcase from the sky murder. Bo.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
There's a telephone here.
その方向に行くこ
I
と
don't
はで
need to
きな
call
いようだ
anyone right now. You sure you don't want to call other clowns? See if they knew any drama about this clown?
その方向に行くことはできないようだ
Hmm.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ
A lot of places aren't open.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ
Hovis.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ
Hmm.
「その方向に行くことはできないようだ」
Now we got the local butcher. Reading a book by Tim Tate called Children for the Devil. It's about satanic ritual abuse in the 80s and 90s. Given the recent news, do you think there was any validity to satanic panic? No, I mean all of that stuff is always like directed at the wrong people. And, like a lot of the in general, a lot of the people who engage in like moral panics and stuff, or the recent news, I imagine just like about like the Epstein stuff, the Epstein Island, all of the extremely sinister stuff happening there. Like a lot of the people engaged in panic over like, oh, there's Satanists going after our children or whatever. A lot of those people were also abusing their children, but maybe in a legally sanctioned way. But yeah, all the people who were the like victims of the satanic panic were, I don't know, goths or troubled youths or just outsiders or queer folk. Here there'll be an uptick in hate for us, I mean. Yeah, one of the strategies that these sorts of people use to deflect attention from their crimes is always trying to blame specific groups. Like, I don't think that there's like a I don't think it's a coincidence that there's a like uptick in what do you call it? Oh, just like conspiracy theories against trans people and queer people, calling them child abusers and stuff, just as there's like renewed attention on very wealthy child abusers. It's like that all this stuff happened after the Me Too movement and that kind of thing. You know, put a spotlight on a vulnerable group to deflect attention from the people actually doing the crimes.
店内にはスライスされた肉やブロックのままの肉が並べられている。
あんた、うちに何の用だ。
Yeah.
あんた、うちに何の用だ。
Oh. Have you seen this knife?
あんた、うちに何の用だ。
He doesn't want to talk about any of this stuff. KJ Zana, thank you for the $5. Girl Scout cookie season has returned. This time there's a new flavor in stock. It's called Rocky Road Flavored Sandwich Cookie. Explore more.
ここでの使い道はないようだ。
I'm sad that they got rid of the maple one. They got rid of that like last year, I think. Wasn't around for long. Well, look at this guy. This son of a gun.
なんだい急にびっくりするじゃねえかい。
Is he drunk?
南にある川はマスがたくさん釣れるんだぜ。橋の上から水草の間を泳いでるマスの姿が見えるくらいだからな。
Have you seen this knife?
あんた。
No.
物事には順序ってもんがあるだろう。
I don't even know what a knife is. I wouldn't even know how to stab someone to death. I don't even understand the concept of death. It's okay.
ここでの使い道は
I should not stab this man, even though he's holding a fishing rod. So walk through this game in English and game facts. I'm just gonna kind of bumble around for now, but reminds me of that Sega Saturn game you played with the anime girls and dinosaurs.
これ以上進むと街を出てしまう。
Does it remind you of that one?
これ以上進むと街を出てしまう。
I want to play that again because that actually got a community translation. That one's on my list for returning to.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
There's some sort of metal black carriage here.
道は南北に伸びている。正面にはガレージがあり、中に駐車している車が見える。 1930年に作られた
Town feels like somewhere you'd go when you
7668cc も
die.
のエンジンを持つこの車はこの国で世界に
I
誇
would
る
love to just end up in a
数少ない
small
製品の一つ
town when I died. Just have other people who passed away just pass through. That'd be great. I'd love that. Have a little pie shop.
まだ尋問できない。先は長い。焦らずに行こう。
Just spot the subject, the suspect there. Reminds me a lot more of Lunacy, but with a very different tone. I gotta play Lunacy again at some point. I love Lunacy. Oh my god.
ここはガレージショップだ。男がいる。ガレージショップの主人のようだ。人当たりの良さそうな男だ。凶器に使われたな。
He's the murderer. Why are you smiling, sir? I just killed a clown.
暑いのに大変ですね。
And I do it again. I love killing clowns. It's my favorite thing.
調べ物ですか。暑いのに大変ですね。調べ物ですか。暑いのに大変ですね。ああ、警察の方でしたか。人を殺したナイフってなんだか不気味に見えるよね。
Okay, I've discovered something. He wouldn't talk to me until I showed him my ID, at which point he did talk to me about the knife, so that's good to know from a gameplay perspective. Some people just won't talk to me until I show them that I'm an authority figure.
え、それは大変だ。
Oh yeah? Trying to figure out who killed the
その方向
clown.
に行くことはできないようだ。
Trying to figure out the killer of clowns. Who murdered that
その
clown?
方向に行くことはできないようだ。
Beers, wines, and spirits. We sell beer here. We also sell wine. And the place is haunted by good prices.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
This guy in.
へえ、あんた警察かい。
Yeah.
このナイフで背中を一突きね。
That's
後
what I
ろ
thought.
に人がいれば物音とかで分かりそうなもんだけど。え？シャワーを浴びているときに。なるほどね。それなら確かに分からないよね。
He's recounting the plot of a particularly funny episode of Laverne and Shirley. he's recounting an episode of Laverne and Shirley. Laverne and Shirley are on an airplane. Laverne is very afraid of flying. So Shirley takes her up to see the captain, thinking that'll calm her down. But instead, they accidentally knock out the captain. And you know what? There's not a co-pilot. There's no co-pilot. There was just the one pilot, the one captain of the plane. I guess it's not called the captain, it's just the pilot. They accidentally knock out the pilot, and there's no co-pilot. The joke being that God is their co-pilot. They don't need a co-pilot in this airline because God is their co-pilot. Unfortunately, it does turn out they really needed a co-pilot. Anyway, Laverne has to land the plane. Yeah, it's a good episode. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Laverne became an instrument of God and landed a plane. Laverne became an instrument of God. No, sorry.
存じ上げてますわ。人なんて殺さなくても死んでいくものなのに。
So I was trying to see if there was clips from this episode online. And man, let me tell you, whoever owns the Laverne and Shirley IP have really scrubbed the internet. Laverne and Shirley stuff. Not exactly one clip.
Like I'm doing. Landing the plane. You got it. Goodbye, Laverne. We'll talk about that later.
The only clip that matters. The only clip that matters. Now I'm invested. Laverne and Shirley is one of those shows that, like, like it's definitely written where Laverne and Shirley are straight, but because of the constraints of a sitcom, because of the creative needs of a sitcom, like, their dating lives always have to be inconsequential and unsuccessful in a way that ultimately ends up reading very queer. The most important people in each other's lives are each other. Laverne and Shirley. They are soulmates. There's never any man that they interact with that they have any kind of connection with in the same way that they have with each other. And there's these other characters who are in the show, Lenny and Squiggy, who I think Lenny and Squiggy are two men who also live with each other. And I think Lenny and Squiggy are supposed to be like the oh, these are the like long-term romantic interests for Laverne and Shirley, but very clearly that's never going to happen. And Lenny and Squiggy end up having the same vibe with each other. It's like Lenny and Squiggy are also soulmates. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the show that's like there to reinforce the straightness of the whole thing that ends up making the entire situation seem even more queer. Plot twist, they're all bisexual and love killing people with stairs. Plot twist. I'm just looking up the Laverne and Shirley TV show intro now. I just love this show so much.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Schlemiel, Schlemazel, Hassendampf Incorporated.
We're gonna do it. Give us any chance, we'll take it. Read us any rule, we'll break it. We're gonna make our dreams come true. Doing it our way. Nothing's gonna turn us back now. Straight ahead and on the track now. We're gonna make our dreams come true. Doing it our way. There's nothing we won't try. Never heard the word impossible this time. There's no stopping us. We're gonna do it. On your mark, get set and go now. Got a dream and we just know now. We're gonna make that dream come true. And we'll do it our way, yes, our way. Make our dreams come true. And we'll do it our way, yes, our way. Make our dreams come true. For me and you.
Playing a clip of Milwaukee. I was summoned. Laverne and Shirley. I think it's too bad that there's not like more cultural memory of Laverne and Shirley. Laverne and Shirley, there was a period of time, and this is gonna sound like, for anyone who's just not really familiar with Laverne and Shirley, this is gonna sound impossible, but there was a period of time in which Laverne and Shirley was the most popular television show in the entire world. This was the #1 show in the world for like 2 years or something. And I mean, for good reason. It's an extremely good show. A very, very good show. Yeah, it was the #1 show on television.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ。その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
My connection dropped. YouTube stopped. YouTube is like, you can't show the Laverne and Shirley theme song. We're cutting you off.
"その方向に行くことはできないようだ。その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
R.I.P. Penny Marshall. Yeah, I think the only main cast member who's still alive is the guy who played Lenny. I think the rest of them have
そ
passed
の方
away.
向に行くことはできないようだ。
I forget whether it was Lenny or Squiggy, like the actor, who in later years was like, oh yeah, no, they were a couple. Lenny and Squiggy. Absolutely. It's funny because they're intended to be like womanizing losers or whatever, which they are, but but also
その方向に行くことはできないようだ。その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
there are a few shows in that universe. Yeah, like Laverne and Shirley itself was a spin-off of Happy Days. I think it was Shirley came from Happy Days, like the character of Shirley.
"その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
Mm.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
Let's keep looking around these circus trailers.
"その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
There's a cartoon spin-off called Laverne and Shirley in the Army. Was there? My God. It's by Hanna-Barbera. And they wind up getting involved in clandestine escapades with their immediate superior, a pig named Sergeant Squealy. I've never heard of this. Big Laverne and Shirley fan. Never heard of the Laverne and Shirley cartoon where they're in the military and their superior is a talking pig. But
その方向に
it
行
is
く
a
ことはでき
messed
な
up
いようだ
looking animal. Oh my god, those are also animals. I think those are supposed to be lions.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ
It's like someone created these vague blobs and stretched a lion texture over them.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ
Watch the Fonz and the Happy Days Gang cartoon, and the Laverne and Shirley and the Army cartoon when I was a little kid. Yeah, I've just never heard of those. I imagine they just didn't get a lot of reruns, which is like Laverne and Shirley got a ton of reruns, so that's when I would have watched it. It's not Nick at Night or whatever in the United States.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ
Nick at Night and similar programming blocks were such a wonderful thing to have. Like there's so many television programs from yesteryears that I just never would have known existed had it not been for that. Never seen a Hanna-Barbera
その方
Godzilla.
向に行くことはできな
I
い
know
ようだ
that's been brought up on stream before, but no, I don't think I've seen that.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ
Nick at Night sounds like a FilmCow video. Yeah. Yeah, Nick at Night was this block of programming. It was that Nickelodeon ran. It eventually became its own separate channel. But originally, Nickelodeon at night would run this block of programs called Nick at Night, where it was just old sitcoms being replayed. So you would have everything from like I Love Lucy through like 70s and 80s shows, stuff like Laverne and Shirley or what have you. And then it became its own channel, and Nick at Night was like all day. So you could watch Nick at Night during the day.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ
And I think there was like one or two other channels that would also run like old reruns from prior decades. Used to play Superman, the live action show. George Reeve too. Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, that's most sitcoms from before the 90s, if I've seen it, it was because of Nick at Night. Hello.
あんた私に聞きたいことでもあるのかい？
Superman that loves ice. No, that's from The Adventures of Lois Clark. That's that guy. Yeah, that wouldn't have been Nick at Night at that time. We're talking about like a much older Superman. Dean Cain. Yeah, Dean Cain. Remember they used to play Lassie and Flipper during the daytime kids block on Nick. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably where I also saw Lassie and Flipper.
Nandai? あんた私を疑ってるのかい？殺人犯が来たら返り討ちにしてやるよ。
Is this store Fruiterer? Something Fruiterer? The working man's Fruiterer. This is the working man's Fruiterer. Oh, hello. Have you seen this knife? I've seen lots of knives in my day. Married a few.
いえ、私は何も。ということは、この町に殺人犯がいるということですね。
その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
That door is scary. I don't want to approach it. Have you done any investigative work beyond have you seen this knife? Unfortunately, no. I've basically just been walking around asking people about knives. Hello. Here I am with my wife. You might think we look like that famous painting of that one guy with the wife, but I assure you we don't. We don't look anything like it. I'm wearing a hat, for instance. Other than that, pretty similar, but I am wearing a hat. I am wearing a hat, and it's an important difference.
何か調べているのかい？警察が私たちに何か？
私たちは警察に何かを聞かれるようなことをした覚えはありませんが。
American Gothic, and it's his daughter. Oh, is it? Oh, Wikipedia seems conflicted. Sorry. Depicting a Midwestern farmer and his wife or daughter. This is either a wife or a daughter. We don't know. What do you think of this knife?
これが凶器だって？
怖いわ、あなた。
We're both very scared of knives. Put it away. I mean, if they don't know the relationship between the two, it could be like a friend or a niece or just a random relative. Does it have to be a wife or daughter? if they don't actually know the relationship between the two people. Why can't she just be a hostage? Or maybe she's holding him hostage. Maybe she's like a bandit. She could be a bandit. She robs trains. I don't want to stab this man and his wife or daughter. That road leads nowhere, and it upsets me. I think people these days are watching. I don't know. I feel like it's harder to watch older stuff. Like, I don't even think you can stream Laverne and Shirley. Like, you can stream some of it through Pluto, but only a handful of episodes at a time. Yeah. Real ale. Bar meal. Meals. Watch a lot of things on my PC, if you know what I mean. I've actually started, so this is going to be me admitting a crime. But I have started pirating movies and TV shows again. There's a period of time in which I stopped doing that. Just because it was just so easy to access stuff like legally, but it's just not anymore. Like I'm subscribed to a good number of services, like too many. I'm subscribed to a lot of different streaming services because, you know, I like to watch a lot of different stuff. And over the past couple of years, like whenever I'm looking for something, it's just not on any of the ones that I have. I'll be like, I have like 8 different services or something, and I look something up, and it's like, oh, I just can't watch it anywhere. So I guess I'll pirate it. More recently, like friend Connor is doing this like thing where he has me on every month or so just to discuss movies in the James Bond series. So I was like, well, I gotta rewatch some James Bond movies. So I went to see where they were streaming, and Amazon bought James Bond. So they made this big show of it where they're like, Amazon is now the home of James Bond. I was like, well, that should be easy. I'll watch James Bond through my Amazon Prime subscription or whatever. And I went to watch it, and it was like, this is no longer on Prime. It's like, that's... They bought it though. They own it. Why is it not on Prime anymore? And there was some other subscription. It was like MGM Plus that it was available on instead. And so I was like, all right, I guess I'll start a free trial of MGM Plus. And so I started a free trial of MGM Plus, which is where the James Bond movies were. And my trial was like a month. I was like, oh, I got plenty of time to watch these. And I checked back next week, and they were all off of MGM Plus. They had all left MGM Plus in the period of time I had signed up and then gone to watch. I was like, where are they now? It was like, well, they're moving to Netflix. And I was like, all right, I'll go watch it on Netflix. And I went to Netflix, and it wasn't there. So it was like, it was coming to Netflix in February, but not until late February. They're just nowhere right now. So I just pirated them. I just watched them illegally. I just watched them through crime. I don't want to talk to the police. Yeah, me neither. I think the Bond films made enough money. Yeah, they made enough money, and all the money they're making now is going to the Amazon Corporation or whatever. Hello. Howdy.
花屋の前だ。花屋の店員がこちらを見ている。
Did it? Yeah, this might be the clown murderer.
花屋はいつ見ても華やかだ。
This might be the clown killer.
店先ではいろんな花がいい匂いをさせている。優しそうな女性だ。手に花を持っている。
うちの花はどれも綺麗でしょ。
Yeah. I'm just looking at the knife.
ら何か調べてらっしゃるのね。よかったらお話ししてくださらない？
What, this flower I'm holding in my hand? This is called the clown killer flower. Complete coincidence that I'm holding it. Don't read anything into that.
私でよろしければ何でも聞いてください。嫌だわ。そんな可愛いナイフで人が殺されたなんて。
A knife that killed a clown? I would never kill a clown with that knife, even if my fingerprints are on it. Motorcycle specialist. Hey.
スコットランドヤードのエリートが俺に何の用だい？
I don't need to see that. I'm a motorcycle specialist. All I care about is motorcycles.
はあ？それで人がね。
That doesn't look like a motorcycle to me. That looks like a knife. There you got me. Piracy was a big issue when studios started losing money from physical sales. Major studios are now streaming everything and charging a service fee, so piracy is no longer a problem to their business. Yeah, I do agree that it's like they care about it a lot less. Also, the way that studios like deal with piracy on a legal level is a lot different than it used to be. There was a period of time in which studios would like sue random people for having downloaded pirated media, and this was like a really bad PR for them. Like this got a lot of negative publicity. Just a lot of individuals getting sued for hundreds of thousands of dollars for when they raided a 12-year-old. I do remember this. Nowadays, as far as I know, like that sort of stuff doesn't happen anymore. Instead, a lot of like ISPs will run automated checks and stuff, and if they think you're pirating stuff, they'll send you a letter that's like, hey, cut it out. And if you don't cut it out, they just cut off your internet. Way different than getting sued to oblivion.
ここでの使い道はないようだ。
I should not stab this man. What if I need my motorcycle repaired? Well, we haven't really gotten anywhere, but that's okay. I've enjoyed walking around this virtual village. Even if we haven't done anything to solve the murder, I have enjoyed seeing this place. Hey, some kids. What do you think these kids' names are? Let's get some guesses for child names for these two. Vernon Shirley. Thing 1 and thing 2. Thing 1 and Thing 2.
子供たちにそういう話はしない方がいいだろ
あのね、お父さんが知らない人と口を聞いちゃいけないって言ってるから、ごめんね。
Angie and Scraggles. Those are good names. Hey, have you seen this knife?
あのね、
It was
お
used to
父さ
kill
ん
a
が知
clown.
らない人と口を聞いちゃいけないって言ってるから、ごめんね。おじさん警察なの。へえ。
That's right. I'm an official
こんな
investigator.
ナイフ知らない。僕も知らない。
Who's the best video game kid? I got one in mind. Donkey Kong Jr. Donkey Kong Jr.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ
Boom, 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 boom. Mark from Monster Party. Interesting. Yeah, sure. I think my answer would be Kuno and Kuno S from Disco Elysium.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ
Mm.
「その方向に行くことはできないようだ」
This is not a liminal space. This is somewhere you come to stay until you die. Oh yeah, no, totally. This is... Yeah, this is not a place you pass through. This is a place where it all ends.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ
Don't know why this is the first character that came to mind. Yeah, it's an interesting answer.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
Most country villages I've been to have had that vibe. Yeah. There's places like this in the United States. Generally, like nowadays, any place that looks like this in the US, most of the people who live there are millionaires. I don't know if this is the case in the UK, but if you find a place like this in the United States, everyone around is loaded. They've all like come to a place like this to open up a little shop to live out their retirement, where they just sit there not getting customers because they don't really care. They're there to enjoy their antique pottery.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
They want to pretend to work for fun. Yeah, a lot of these places in the United States are now kind of like, you know how Marie Antoinette set up like the fake little farmhouse for her and her friends to go and pretend to be farmers. a lot of these towns in the United States are like that now.
その方向に行くことができないようだ。その方向に行くことはできないようだ。その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
Well, I guess we're just about done here.
その方向に行くことはできないようだ。
Who's this guy again? Go to the Cheesecake Factory tomorrow with my sister for our birthday. What should I get from the 250 plus dish menu? Well, that's the wonderful thing about the Cheesecake Factory. Is whatever happens to strike your fancy in the moment is what you should get. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've been to a Cheesecake Factory. it's been a long time. The last time I went to a Cheesecake Factory was my mom was visiting. This was in the... I think this was like the late 2010s. She was visiting, and we went to the Cheesecake Factory. It was just me and my mom. And she does this thing that I also do, where sometimes we phrase things weirdly. Sometimes we stumble on our words and say things in a way that we don't mean to say it. And this happened when she was ordering her food. She drinks water, with meals. She doesn't get like cola. She doesn't get any of that stuff. It's just water. And she doesn't like lemon in the water. And in the United States, when you get a beverage at a restaurant, a lot of times they shove like a lemon wedge or something in it. And so whenever we would go out to eat, she would ask the waiter, no lemon. She had one of those word stumbling things when we were ordering this time, where she had forgotten to say no lemon, and so she, as the waiter was turning around, she was like, "Oh, and my water." And the waiter says yes, and she says, "Lemon must never touch my water." Anyway, that'll be it for tonight. Special thanks to the FilmCow Patreon supporters. Greatly appreciate the support. Oh, Mason, thank you for the $10. I missed your super chat. Apologies. Thank you for the stream, 420 Blaze It. Thank you for watching. 420 Blaze It, right back to you. I will be back tomorrow. Not sure what I'm playing. Zero idea. I could be playing anything. It's a Sunday, so I'm going to be playing something on the PC or Mac. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks again for your opinion. Wouldn't have known who else to ask. We live in a very strange time. Sometimes you gotta ask a strange person a strange question. I feel wrong. I'm sorry you're feeling wrong. It's just like a psychological thing, or like an illness. I feel like it's been a long time since I've felt good and normal. Very long time. I'm sure I did at some point. I'm sure. I don't even know anymore. Yeah. Therapy has helped me get to a slightly better place. Therapy also helped me. You know, there is a limit to the help. but yeah, it's been rough. Yeah, I feel like I'm I think the world in general has dramatically impacted my mental health and feeling of well-being. even as it's hard for me to tell like what it is exactly that I'm feeling wrong about, because I definitely feel this internal sense of dread and despair. But like a lot of that like in previous years has come from like self-hatred or just anxiety about myself. I feel like as time has gone on, as I've gotten older and as I've witnessed more extreme and terrible evils in the world, my self-hatred has diminished some and turned to a much more externalized hatred. I feel like that's also been like tempered some with an increase in compassion and love for other people in this world. Otherwise, I'd be a very bitter person. But yeah, I think it's hard to exist in the world right now and have any kind of sense of inner peace. Yeah. Sending lots of good vibes to Jason and Melee. Oh, you can direct them all at Melee right now. And sorry, I don't mean to. It's very important to shift the spotlight onto myself whenever possible. Yeah, sometimes, like, I can feel myself doing this sometimes as a specific, like, trying not to pry. I'm trying not to pry, and sometimes the only way I know to not pry is to just discuss myself. Because, like, you know, if this wasn't like a public thing, if this wasn't like a public forum, if this was like just me talking to someone I know, it'd be like, oh, what's been bothering you? Get into details or whatever. But you know, when you're live streaming on the internet, you got to be much more careful about people's privacy and stuff. And sometimes people just like, you know, want to express a general feeling of despair without really getting into the nitty-gritty of it. Sort of comfort in knowing others feel the same way, at least. Yeah. Like, I've never felt particularly comforted by just sort of general positivity. I don't think either, like, complete posy vibes or cynical vibes are helpful. I think having some of both. I'm a centrist. I believe the truth is always somewhere in the middle. It's a lot of stuff I couldn't talk about here anyways. Yeah, I sort of surmised. That's why I read many books about people suffering and losing their minds. I've been reading through a book that's pretty grim. It's Who Fears Death by Nnedi Okorafor, which it's maybe too grim for me right now. That's usually not the case. Usually the grim stuff is what helps me when I'm feeling grim. This one is maybe too much. Very good book. Very good book. Just got a lot of, I don't know. It's a tough read. There's a lot of really terrible things happening in this book. Which is the case for most of Nnedi Okorafor's stuff. I mean, Nnedi's work is very dark. Sometimes I think I'm creepy for the stuff I read. I think the only like legitimately the only like thing I would find creepy is like if I'm, I don't know, if I'm on a train or something, the person across from me takes out a like an autobiography of Hillary Clinton or something. I don't know. The Life and Times of Margaret Thatcher. That would probably creep me out a little bit. Get uncomfortable if I saw someone reading for a graphic novel in public. I think if there's something that's very clearly like pornographic that they're reading in public, then it's probably not the forum to read that stuff. I think, I don't know. I don't think I would be creeped out by it so much as I would definitely notice it. And just think to myself, bold. Is Berserk public suitable? Yeah, Berserk's... Well, yeah, of course. Let me get one of those fake book covers. Yeah, so people think you're reading erotica, but actually you're studying trigonometry. I don't want people to know I'm a nerd. Read Joseph Conrad's book about Narcissus. Had to read it at home because the title. Oh, yeah, there's an Agatha Christie book. I have a similar similar problem. Genuinely, I think if I saw someone reading like something transgressive in public, I don't think I would have a negative opinion of the person. I think I would just be surprised. It would just get my notice. I can't think of like any particularly like I don't think the stuff I read is I'm trying to think if there's anything I've read in public that I would have felt embarrassed about. There's some stuff that I've read that I wouldn't have brought out into public because I would have felt embarrassed, but I don't know what I'm saying. How to look like you're reading on a dust jacket. It's like a joke from an old Naked Gun movie or something. I would enjoy it if someone challenged my choice of reading material in public, but sadly nobody cares. Yeah. I feel like I've enjoyed most conversations where like someone has come up to me to comment upon, like, even though I have social anxiety, whenever I'm actually in a moment having a conversation, that largely goes away. I have social anxiety about like the potential of ending up in a social situation, but in actual social situations I'm fine. So whenever I've done something where someone has come up and talked to me about it, it's always been an enjoyable experience, even if I was doing something weird. I just don't have many conversations with strangers these days. I gotta get out there. I gotta do weird stuff. I can make this happen for me. I just gotta do it. If people aren't noticing, if people aren't talking to me, I gotta be even weirder. Well, I guess that's it for now. I made some jambalayas. I'm gonna go eat some more of that. I made too much jambalaya. Alex is over, and I was gonna make some jambalaya. I always make more to make sure they can take some home. I could not remember how much my recipe made, and it turns out it makes a lot, and I doubled it. So I just made this whole huge pot of jambalaya. I mean, it turned out good. It's good jambalaya. But yeah, it might be too much. Too much jambalaya. Too much jambalaya. And then I'm gonna work on my video some more. I'm actually just about done with it. Just about done with this month's video. I did end up going with a Grimace one. So, everyone who voted Grimace, thank you for the strength you gave me to follow my dreams. There's not a lot to this video, but I think some people like it, some people won't like it. There was a vote. There wasn't a vote. I just mentioned some videos I might be working on. I've just had a lot of DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff to ship out this month. So I didn't have nearly as much time to work on a video. So the video I was working on, I just realized I probably wasn't going to have enough time to finish. I can tell you about that video, because that video will come out at some point in the next couple months. There's a video about a letter. I got this letter. Well, in 2003, my dad was the Tribal Historic Preservation Officer for the Seminole Tribe of Florida. And the Seminole Tribe was sent a letter by a man from Texas. And this man, the letter is very strange. It's a very odd letter. And my dad knew that I enjoyed odd things, and so he brought the letter with him when he visited that Christmas, and I ended up with it. And I've kept this letter for like 20-something years, because there's a quality to it, which I describe in the video, that has made this letter compelling to me. And I've been making this video about this letter. The title of the video when it comes out is going to be Heavenly Cubes. Heavenly Cubes. So that'll be in the next couple months. But the video coming out this month it's about Grimace. It's a short video. Every once in a while a video idea just pops into my head fully formed, where I don't just sit down to write it. Instead, like, the whole thing just sort of plays out in my head, and then I write down what just played out in my head. Whenever that happens, I have to do the video. It just feels like I've been told by the universe to do it. I don't think this is going to be like a real popular one or anything. I don't even know if it's like very good, but Grimace. Grimace Muse sings to you. Yeah, apparently. Popularity never equates to good. Oh, I know, but I don't think this one's going to be popular, and it also might not be good. I don't know. It makes sense to me, this video. I don't know if it's going to make sense to anyone else. It's one of those things where the logic of it is maybe unique to myself. I don't think anyone else would have written this video. This is the Jason one. There's some ideas I've had where I could imagine someone else coming up with a similar idea. Yeah, probably not this one. Well, time to go eat jambalaya and work on my Grimace video. Have a great night, everyone. Great morning, afternoon, evening. Whatever it is, wherever you are, have a good one. Farewell, everyone. I love you all.